Good?
I'm ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. We are back, or I say we. I am back. I have CT with me. No Kindle because I'm in this chair today. It's week 14 of the Grader, episode 10, and this is Chris Taylor, the manager of Enterprise Park Lanes, home of the singles and doubles house at the Greater Ozarks Open. Bowler, found out he's a pretty decent golfer too. Found out a few weeks ago.
Decent is a stretch.
Yeah, well, kicked my butt. So. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for covering for Kindle.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No problem. And track staffer also.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get more. You were just saying we got to get more track balls out there.
That's right. We do.
Okay, that's awesome. Cool. And anything. I know we want to, before I get sidetracked with other stuff, I know we want to talk about the doubles tournament.
That's right.
So for those who don't know, one of our signature events that we run here in Springfield and at Enterprise Park Lanes is the 10K Springfield doubles. Mm-hmm. It's been going on 6 years, we've confirmed, right?
Yes, 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And just tell us about it. Like, how did it get started?
Yeah, so 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I guess, technically, Kevin Williams and I were trying to create a premier event, something for scratch bowlers to come, really close to scratch bowlers to come and compete with a pretty high dollar amount for the winnings. Yeah. And we came up with the Springfield 10K doubles. Like you said, this is year 6. We're encroaching on year 6 of this event. Right. Pretty excited about it. We've had some phenomenal bowlers come through and compete in the event, from PBA guys to really good regional players, and some non-member players that probably should be on tour that are not on tour. But it's a wonderful event. We've had the winners. In 2019, we had Frankie and AJ Chapman. 2018, we had Frankie.
Francois?
Yeah.
Okay.
Francois Lavoie, but everybody calls him Frankie. Yeah. Frankie and Chris Sloan won the first year. The second year, Frankie came back and won with AJ Chapman. Yeah. The third year, we had Anthony Lavery Spar and Packy who won. Patrick Hanrahan.
Right.
We had Sean Lavery, the brother of Anthony Lavery, and AJ Chapman. So we got two-time winners with Frankie and AJ Chapman. And then last year we had Michael Holloman and Dimitri Cruz win the event. So I don't know who's going to win this year. It could be a PBA member. It could not be a PBA member.
When's Kindle going to win it? Have you asked him?
I have not, but he takes his a valiant effort every time.
I asked him about last year, and he said something about Mike Dole. So I'm not really.
Well, he did throw Mike under the bus and say he wasn't quite prepared last year, but he'll be a lot better this year.
He didn't say nothing about how
Mike's a great bowler.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's a legend.
And he's been on our podcast too. So
nice
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I watched that episode.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. A great event every year. I love seeing all the Springfield guys come out and support it.
Yes.
Plus, just getting to see like say a lot of PBA guys. It's a great event, for everyone in Springfield, I think. So.
Oh yes, we get a lot of local turnout for it. Yeah. Everybody stands a chance because it's not on something impossible. It's always on something that anybody can compete on. It's just being able to strike 7 or 8 times a game instead of 5 or 6 times a game. Yes, a great event. I love it.
And that does sort of lead into something that you wanted to ask about for our comment section. If you guys are like going to one of these tournaments, like whether it's holiday doubles, 10K, that sort of event, scratch event, what do you like to see? Do you like to see hard patterns where it's difficult to strike, the scores are lower, or do you guys want to see more playable, lots of high scores? I know. Do you have a preference?
I would prefer it to be on something tough, having to make shots, because I feel like I can compete better when it's a little bit harder. If you give me free strikes out there, I'm not going to strike a whole lot. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to keep up with the pace. But if it's tougher and I have to squeeze out 6 or 7 strikes, as opposed to averaging 260, that's a little bit hard for me, because once you miss one ball, you're pretty much out of it.
I feel the same way, because I know if I'm bowling against somebody good, like whether it was Pepsi or somebody, it's one of those leagues. The harder it was, I like my chances better, because I know if it was just something where they're going to get comfortable, I know they're just going to throw 6 in a row.
Exactly.
And
everybody's got a chance. It was a little bit harder because
you don't know. make a little miss, go through the nose. Now you split twice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
makes it more exciting to watch
does.
too.
It really does. It keeps you on the edge. That's what I like about the PBA event that comes through every year, because they're bowling on some really hard stuff.
Yeah.
So it keeps it really close. Yeah, the area for miss room is very narrow.
Yeah.
So.
I love the hard tournaments. Love watching the U.S. Open. You know, because bowling's hard, and I like, you know, I guess some people like to see strikes, which I get. But
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like to see strikes?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's awesome. We're looking forward to that. That'll be in August, and we'll definitely be talking about that more as we come up to it.
The second week of August, I guess I should have plugged that. The second week of August this year, we are accepting entries right now. The cost is $500 per team. You can pay a deposit to get in. Visit our event page to get signed up for that. We also, in conjunction with that, do the singles tournament on Friday night, and that is a handicap event. Yes. And they get to bowl on the pattern as well, kind of a tune-up for the event.
It's a sweeper, right?
It's a sweeper. It's a 4-game sweeper. Very reasonable cost to get in. It doesn't cost a whole bunch. But we fill up every year. 120 bowlers we fill in every year. It's a very popular event. So if you can get in town a little bit sooner, or if you just want to compete in that, you definitely can. And we hope that you do.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the Greater this weekend. Like we said, it was week 14. We had some scores. I don't think anybody shook up the leads. For team handicap, we still have the Blind Squirrels. We've been saying their name for, I don't know, maybe
a few weeks now.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
With a 35-72. Pretty good.
It's astronomical.
Kendall thought it would be beat when we first. He said, "Oh, that won't win."
Yeah.
But for team, that ended up being a really good score.
Does he remember the pattern that he put out?
Some days, you know, he made it right, and he bowled well on it. Missed a couple 9 pins, but so for him, he was like, "Oh, this is no problem." I was like, "Yeah, you made the pattern,
right? Right.
Easy for you.
Easy for you to say."
Yeah. So still a really good score from them. Nobody's taken that over. In doubles, we have Reynolds and Rothling with 1548. That's really solid. That's averaging just under 800 each.
Yeah, so that's a great score. I don't think that's going to be beat.
Okay. And in singles, my favorite story of the Greater so far, John Moore, 160, 70 average bowler, came out, just shot 299, and finished with 840 handicap.
When it's your day, it's your day.
And bought a ball at the Balls of Fame Pro Shop. Right before,
and you
trying to drill it, and then go 299 first game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that what more could you ask for? So yeah,
you can't beat that.
Yeah. So nothing new in those categories. Great bowling. It was a big weekend. We had, I want to say we had like 590, or did we have less?
No, I think it was 558, like a little bit shy of
500. Okay. Okay.
Which is that's five big squads, 5 huge squads.
Yeah, no, it was busy, and I was at Enterprise getting a lot of interviews. I talked to Spencer. Everybody around here knows Spencer. Spencer Robars, Wichita Bowl. Did he graduate? He's graduated.
Yes, he just graduated.
Is he on the PBA yet? Is that his plan?
I would assume that's the plan.
Okay.
I mean,
somebody his good.
Oh yeah,
coming out of Wichita.
First of all, being the number 1 youth bowler to being the number 1 collegiate bowler, we already know what's in store for him. So him being a PBA bowler should be
and can I just say, like, still the nicest kid. Like, I knew him when before he went to Wichita briefly, and he was always so nice. Always talked to me about whatever. Loved to talk about pinball or whatever it was. And talked to him this past weekend, and it was still just the same guy.
So I got a funny story about Spencer Robar. So when he was a real small kid, probably 8 years old or so, 7 years old, he was a good bowler then. And my college class, he came in at Missouri State, and I took a bowling class, one of those blow-off classes. And he came in, and they showcased Spencer at that age, and he just run up to the line and dump it on the lane and throw strikes. I mean,
no way. At 8?
Throw strikes. That's Spencer. He's just been good since forever.
And you got it.
Yeah, so seeing him in the spotlight was never a surprise to me. Just how far he's going to go. I can't wait to the top.
I can't wait to see him. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Is he bowling the doubles? Surely. Maybe
the doubles what?
the Springfield doubles.
No, I never bowl in it. So I'm the tournament director, and there's no way.
Oh no. I mean, it is Spencer. Is Spencer bowling the doubles?
Oh, it's Spencer bowling.
Okay.
I think he bowled. I believe he bowled 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
I don't think he did to the level that he wanted to do.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
I did see him. I videoed a couple of his shots here at the Greater this past weekend. I think he did okay, but okay for Spencer is not where he wants to be, right?
Yeah.
He's probably trying to be in that top 5. But
Oh yes. The shot at Enterprise is tricky if you're in the wrong area. You can kind of blow it past the break point at times, and I think Spencer can throw the ball very hard.
he throws it hard. Yeah,
very
he
hard.
gets low and fires
He
it.
gets it on the lane really well,
Yeah.
and I think that kind of was part of his issue, just a little bit going a little bit too long past the break point. So.
Yeah. Well, it was cool catching up with him, and it was a fun weekend. I know last week on our episode, Kendall asked me to guess the names of the states where people come from. Do you want to try that
Yeah,
this
yeah.
weekend?
Yeah,
Is
I'll
your
try
geography better than mine? All right.
We'll see.
I'll give you a hint. There's a lot of the same states.
Okay.
Actually, you should be able to get all of them if you watched me fumble it last week. All right. Go ahead.
So
give
we
me
had
a-
probably Illinois,
Yeah.
Kansas,
Yep.
Arkansas,
Yep.
Iowa.
Arkansas was the hard one
Okay.
for me.
Was it Iowa?
Yeah, we got Iowa.
Tennessee, maybe?
Yep, that was on it. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
And then Missouri. Can't forget Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't forget Missouri.
So yeah, that'll be 96 teams this weekend, 486 bowlers. So not a small amount of people from by any means. And I think is it? Oh yeah, okay. So we got Mark Lindsay bringing 5 teams from Lee's Summit, and that's was Rayomi's squad this weekend?
No, Rayomi is the last.
The last weekend.
The last
Okay.
week of
I
the
remember
tournament.
somebody had mentioned it. Okay. So yeah, Mark Lindsay bringing 5 teams. Thank you. Thank you for all the people that bring out all those teams and big groups. And that'll be the weekend of the 7th and 8th.
Yes. You know, people don't get enough credit for sidebar for putting together all these teams.
Yes.
Like that is a lot of work. That
It's so much.
I put together 2 teams and I'm ready to hide under a rock for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, I mean, getting one team together, just getting all the averages, 5 guys commit to something, especially if you're traveling, that's
Yes.
even more.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many tournaments I've been to where people say, verbally will commit, say, oh, it's 3 months from now. Yeah, sure, sign me up, right? And then 3 weeks at a time, hey, man, my girl or this or that. And now
If
you
they
gotta-
tell you.
If they tell you, yes.
If
Yes.
they tell you.
Yeah, you be getting in the car on Saturday morning and then they'll say, oh, man, something just came up.
Yeah, so thank you to all the squad organizers. You all don't get the credit that you deserve. I thank you personally because you do a
Yes.
job that I wouldn't want to do, put together 5, 6, 10, or 20 teams.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I always thought they did a really good job at Nationals, like giving credit to people.
Yes.
And a lot of those groups bring, like, I've seen.
Entire squads.
Yeah.
Entire
It's
squads.
crazy to me.
40 teams? Oh, no
Yep.
way. No way.
Yep. So, segue. We did have a chance to catch up with, and this was a couple weeks ago, Arlen Vink from, it was Pella, Indiana. He brought 8 teams this year. So he's another one of those guys. Glad Kendall got a chance to talk to him and thank him for, helping fill out, bring that many people. We're going to go ahead and cut to that interview.
Okay.
And that'll be Arlen Vink. Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Hello everybody, I am Kendall and I am here with Arlen. He has been coming to the Greater Ozarks for 36 years now. That is one of the largest consecutive years that I've heard of somebody coming here. I know we talked to somebody that was 40 last year. 36 is quite a bit though. And we just wanted to say hi, do a little shout out for him. So where are you from?
I live in Pella, Iowa.
Pella, Iowa? How long does it take to get here? Is that about an 8-hour drive?
6.5.
6.5 hours? All right. So you've been coming here for 36 years. Have you had any really good stories about the Greater or any good caching or anything like that?
Well, very seldom do I go home without cash.
Yes.
Maybe not a lot, but
lot.
we come down mainly into the year of the regular bowling season
Yeah.
for vacation.
Okay.
And bowling just seems to get in the way.
Yeah, so here's briefly, there's quite a bit to do here. We're kind of a smaller town, we're not like a St. Louis or Kansas City. What are some things you've learned to enjoy down here in the Springfield, maybe in Branson area, that you do?
Every year we'll come down on Wednesday.
Okay.
Go down to Branson for a day, Bass Pro. We go out to the battlefield a lot because I enjoy the history and everything.
The Wilson Creek battlefield?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Creek.
Fantastic. Fun fact about that, the very first general on the Union side died at Wilson Creek, Nathaniel Lyon. You're probably shocked that I knew that. So that's a fun fact about the area. But Branson, as some of you may or may not know, it's a huge kind of like hillbilly play town. It's got a couple amusement parks. It's got some shows that are amazing. The Branson Bell, which is like a floating theater that you go through. So 36 years you've been coming here. Do you have anything else you want to add to it? Anything about the tournament? Why you bowl the tournament?
I like the way they're run. I mean, everything is right on time. It's just a well-run tournament. I enjoy how they work with us, when we got people.
Don't say that. That's my brother-in-law and my sister that run the tournament. I have to listen to them all the time.
Oh, okay.
So, no, they are fantastic, Matt.
Yep,
3 years ago after taking over, they've done a fantastic job. Not to toot our own horn, but I think we do a really good job of working with people, talking and communicating with people the best that we can. As long as you guys respond back. Sometimes there's some lack of communication on that. But typically we're within 24 hours of communicating back to somebody in some way or the other. So that's good to hear that the efforts that we try to put in on the back end seem to go to the bowler as well, and that you guys see that.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. Well, I just wanted to give a shout out to Arlen here. He did a little comment on the video saying that he was coming in and we wanted to make sure we got a hold of him. So if you guys are coming in and want to say something, we'd love to chat with you guys and put you guys on the next episode. Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy it.
All right, so that was Arlen again. Arlen, sorry. Thank you again for bringing 8 teams, and thanks for talking to us. Thanks for talking to Kendall. Appreciate it. So we're gonna go into some side events. We talked about the main events. We got, it's the same. The same names. We got Nick Garza shooting 23-22 in all events handicap. Matt Rousseau still leading all events scratch 22-82. I think he was the sub, right?
Yes, he was a sub.
Yeah.
It was super sub.
Yeah. I just want to get to the point where I can just call a PBA player and be like, hey, I need a sub, man.
It would be nice. It would be very
and
nice.
he just comes running over from St. Louis and be like, sure.
Yeah, I'll bowl it.
Yeah, I'll bowl it. I'll take first place. Yeah.
This is a premier event, so why not?
Yeah. And 6-game combine, we had Zachary Ziegenbein. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Zachary Z.
Close enough.
With a 16-26, phenomenal bowling for 6-game combine. And then our women's team leaders are still Jamie's Pro Shop with 32-55.
Oh, that's a solid score.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Solid score.
Yeah.
I think cash in the regular.
Yeah.
That is great.
And then we did have a couple spare weekends for anybody that is still holding out, still on the fence, or still trying to get people together. I know it's hard. The 14th and the 15th, that is, we have open squads or pretty much anywhere you'd like.
That is Father's Day weekend. So
okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Bring coax your dad into coming and bowling as his gift.
Yeah. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
So
that's the weekend I'm bowling.
Oh, yeah. I haven't asked you about your graders yet.
Oof.
You did just tell me you took second one year, so
yes,
it can't be that bad, right?
All right. So 1 year I did. Me and 4 other people took second in a grader. We had the lead for a few weeks until the very last squad of the tournament, and it got snatched away from us from the great Sean Swanson. So I wouldn't have asked for a better bowler to come in and beat us, but they snubbed us by like 15 or 20 pins the last weekend.
Never knew Sean Swanson, but if half the stories I've heard are true, friggin' great guy, amazing bowler. Sorry.
Yes. Oh yes.
But who are you bowling with this weekend? Is it this weekend?
No. It's Father's Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend.
So next weekend I'll be bowling. We got a pretty good squad. I'm blanking off everybody that's bowling on my teams, but we have Kevin Williams, Bud Kroll, Ben Scroggins,
Okay.
myself, our pro shop operator, one of our pro shop operators, Matt Harper.
Oh yeah.
We have Brian Kuykendall. We just got some.
And
great
those are a
bowlers coming in.
couple teams you guys have.
Yeah, we're putting in 2 teams.
Okay, cool.
So, we're going to try our best, throw as
Try
many
our
strikes as we
best.
can. I never do well in singles and doubles because that's my center, so I pay attention to everything, and I can never focus on
Yeah,
my bowling.
I understand that.
It's just one of those things. If there's a pile up or a lane issue,
Yeah.
my attention immediately goes there. So
Well,
I try my best.
You're a good center manager. And
Thank you.
You can't help
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Trying to be as good as Kendall.
it. Yeah. No, you guys are great. Honestly, I love
Thank you.
everything that goes on in Enterprise is always well run.
Thank you.
And it's a credit to you and everybody else over there.
We got a great team. From Keegan on down the line, we have a great team and great ownership who allows us to do what we want to do most of the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so last thing, I have one more thing that you brought up: the youth junior gold. Is that
Yes.
you want to tell us about that? What is it?
So we are going to run our second year of the Springfield Youth Shootout. It's in conjunction with our doubles tournament as well. And it's a junior gold qualifier. It's actually the first junior gold qualifier of the season. It went extremely well last year. We sold out. We put 3 bowlers into the junior gold on the different age divisions, and we're going to run it again. And it's going to be on the same weekend. It's on a Sunday. We run everything in one day. Of course, our youth scholarships that we'll be giving to people for the Smart Fund, and it's going to be a great event. So if you're seeing this and you have a youth bowler, the sign-ups will be coming out here real soon.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that covers everything I have. Thank you, CT, for coming out and helping me out today. It would have been a lonely podcast by myself.
That's
So,
okay, man. You do a
appreciate it.
great job, Garrett, man. Wonderful job. You're a
Thank
great
you.
host. Kudos to you, brother.
All right, thanks. Hey, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.